Okay, hey, so you clicked on this video and I'm gonna show you how to take a squeegee and make it into art. You're gonna love it. It's so much fun, satisfying, and easy.
I just wanna have fun, turn around now, turn around now. I just wanna have fun, turn around now, turn around now. I just wanna turn.
Now, my friends over here at DecoArt sent me these beautiful paints, and we are gonna be using these along with Alumilite's amazing clear cast epoxy. I thought it was like clear coat, and I'm like, oh, I got that name wrong, and I was looking at it. So I've never used a gessoed prime board. Usually you have to actually like get your own gesso and do it yourself, but this one comes pre-primed, so. Okay, let's do it. This is my color scheme. So we're gonna squeeze a little bit of paint on the tape, then use the squeegee and just drag the paint and see what happens. Literally that easy. So you can always use a baby wipe or a paper towel, whatever you have around, to clean off your squeegee with each color that you use. And depending on how thin you actually scrape the paint, you might be good to just move on to the next color, but I have a handy dandy blow dryer. So I'm just gonna give this a quick blow dry and then we can go on to the next color. Totally dry. I'm feeling like I actually wanna turn the board and do a stripe going this way. And we have to think about too, that this color is gonna be going over the yellow, so we're gonna be getting a new color in that little square that it makes. So let's choose something that will make a pretty color, like blue, because blue and yellow make green. Boom. So we can look at this and go, do I like this part or do I want it more solid? And I actually think I like it. I'm not gonna touch it. There's a part of me that just wants to scrape it again, but I think that's gonna be cool. Joe, what do you think?
Kind of speckled.
Yeah.
It looks really nice.
I like it. I don't know what I would have done if you said, nah, try again. I'm like, oh gosh. We are scraping these paints so thin that they take seconds to dry. So really, if you don't have a blow dryer, just take a sip of water. Hydrate yourself. We all need some more water, okay? I feel like I'm gonna do the pink. And again, these colors are gonna mix. So I don't wanna put the purple on top of the yellow because that's gonna give me a muddy color that we don't want. But if I put the pink on top of the yellow, that guy might give me a corally orangey color. So we are gonna do a curved line going this way. I feel like I gotta like hype myself up for this turn here. Wish me luck. Okay, it's happening. Guys. Okay, okay. This might be our first re-swipe. I'm not feeling this. So let's fix that. Round two. Okay. Okay, that's pretty good. I feel like I'm gonna be putting something right here to kind of cover up that, but I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. Keep going. This is just the process, okay? And for this, I'm gonna use purple because purple is gonna look great on top of the blue and the pink that we got going on. Whoa, that's kind of fun. I like that.
Big fan.
Okay, I don't know what is creating this. Is there a texture in this that I'm not? Do you guys see a texture in the squeegee?
Looks flat.
Right? But I like it, so I'm not complaining. I'm gonna keep using this side because I really like how it's having that. It almost looks like plaid. Okay, so we are gonna do the last stroke, I think. And we're gonna use pink, my favorite color, of course. I need to get my hair out of the way for this one. All right. Okay, that couldn't have worked out any better. We are done with the squeegee part. Okay, so let's peel off this painter's tape. Oh, yeah. So, let me show you something. I have a little tip for you. If you have a little bleed, so right there, a little bit right here, take your handy dandy baby wipes. You can use your nail and the baby wipe, clean off any bleeding. How easy is that? Ugh. How easy is that is what I meant to say. This is not easy at all. Just kidding. Forget everything that I just said. Depending on the certain DecoArt paint that you use, you can get a more opaque color or you can get a more translucent color. So depending on the color that you use, if you want the colors behind it to show through, like this purple right here, this was really good to actually let the other colors shine through it. Like the yellow is looking perfect. But this color right here, which I think this was the Sea Breeze, is a little more opaque. So it completely covers up this purple and pink. So you can kind of layer and have texture with the colors, which is really fun. Now we are gonna actually do the resin. So we are gonna be using the amazing clear cast from Alumilite to do a top coat on this. It's gonna give it a really nice shine and protect it for years to come so you can hang this up on your wall and love it. So let's get started. First, I am going to protect the table because if you get epoxy resin on your nice wood table, it's gonna be a little difficult to get off. Perfect. Now, if you have painter's pyramids, these work really, really good to elevate your project. So when you put the epoxy on there and anything drips off, you have it elevated so it drips off onto your plastic rather than adhering your board to your work surface, which I've done many times. So, Amazon. So let's see if this thing is level. It is pretty darn close. So if we don't level, all of our epoxy is just gonna slide off to the side, which we don't want. You definitely want to wear your gloves whenever you're dealing with epoxy resin. PPE. I am using the clear cast, and that is a 1-to-1 mixed ratio. And I actually have my 1-to-1 mixed ratio right there. So he said 6 ounces, so that puts me around right in this area. I usually mix for about 2 to 3 minutes, but the trick of the trade is to look for striations. And you want to mix until all of those ribbons are gone, and you're just left with nice, clear epoxy resin. You want to scrape the sides of the cup all the way around, scrape the bottom of the cup, and also your popsicle stick as you go. Okay, so this is my favorite part, most satisfying part. It's the S pour that I'm gonna do right now. So look close. I'm actually just gonna use my gloved hands to move it all around and cover the whole surface. I still have more in my cup if I need to use more, but let's start with this. And so we don't need a super thick layer. We just need a nice coating. I love how the resin works with this acrylic paint. It almost makes it look even more sheer. So now I'm just gonna take my finger and go around the outside edge to make sure everything is fully covered. Okay. Y'all know how to do this already. But before I poured the epoxy, I did put some tape on the back of the canvas around the edge. And this way, once this is all cured and you see these resin drips that are already forming, these are all gonna just go away as soon as I rip off that tape on the back. So that is pretty much all covered. Now we are going to pop any bubbles that haven't already popped themselves. I am using a Culinary Torch because you can use one of these guys, but this is about as big as me. So they intimidate me, so I'm going with the Culinary Torch. When I'm using a torch, I like to barely kiss the surface of the resin. You don't want to stay in one spot for too long. You just want to kind of fluidly go across the whole canvas and pop those bubbles. So let's do it. Okay, I don't know if you guys could see that on camera, but that was so satisfying. And that is as smooth and bubble-free as can be. So now we are going to let this cure for about 24 hours, and then we're gonna be ready to hang this up in our room. Thank you so much, DecoArt and Alumilite for sending me these awesome products so I can make some really cool squeegee art with you today. Stay creative and happy crafting.